They say, storms make strong men. But what if you were born in one? What if your very first breath came with thunder overhead and pain in the air? This isn't just a story of survival. It's a story of how broken pieces became something unbreakable. My name is Asher, and I was born into a storm, not just the weather, but life itself. That night, the wind howled like a wolf. Snow fell so thick, you couldn't see the road ahead. Just before I cried my first tear, my mother whispered, "Welcome to the world, Asher. You were born in a storm. And storms, my son, are where strong men are made." I didn't understand what she meant, but that sentence became a tattoo on my heart. As life unfolded, her words followed me like an echo in a dark hallway, because the storms never stopped. When I was 7, my father left us. No warning, no goodbye. Just a note on the kitchen table and a silence that echoed louder than thunder. We went from a cozy home to a cramped, cold apartment. My mom worked 2 jobs. And I became a quiet kid, the kind who looked fine on the outside but was drowning on the inside. At school, I'd smile. At home, I'd cry into my pillow, hugging a teddy bear I was too old to still hold. I used to wonder if I was cursed. If I was the reason he left, was I not enough? Kids at school teased me for my torn shoes, my lunch of plain bread, my silence. I didn't fight back, not because I was weak, but because I was already fighting so much inside. Then came high school. New faces. New fears. And one unexpected lifeline. Mr. Bennett, my English teacher. He didn't just teach poetry. He saw people. One afternoon, he asked me to stay after class. I thought I was in trouble. But instead, he said, "Asher, you carry pain in your eyes. But you also carry fire. Use it." That night, I wrote my first poem. Not for a grade, but for my soul. Words poured out like a flood. Rage, confusion, hope. I didn't know it then, but writing would become my therapy, my survival, my rebellion. Over time, I shared my poems in class, at open mics, online, and something unexpected happened. People listened, not because I was perfect, but because I was real. Turns out everyone's battling something. Some just hide it better. I started speaking at events, not as a victim, but as a survivor. I told kids like me, it's okay to cry. It's okay to feel lost, but it's never okay to give up. Years passed. I built a new version of myself, one that my younger self wouldn't recognize. Strong, resilient, alive. Then one day, I got a letter. From my father. He was sick, dying, and he wanted to meet. My hands trembled as I read it. I had every reason to say no, but I said yes, not for him, but for me. When we met, he looked like a stranger. Older, weaker, regretful. I told him the truth. You broke me, but you also built me. Because of what you didn't give me, I had to give it to myself. And that made me stronger than you ever were. I forgave him, not because he earned it, but because I refused to carry the weight any longer. Today, I still write, still speak, still walk through storms, but now I carry an umbrella, not just for me, but for anyone caught in the rain. So if you're listening to this, and life feels heavy, dark, unfair, let me remind you, you were born for more. Your pain is not your prison, it's your power. And storms, they don't break you, they build you.